on day 2 of TNS9. Rex Empire here, joined again with
one and only TeamKhris, top 48 at Street Fighter 6 at Tampa Never Sleeps.
Yes, sir.
Say that, man. I mean, my last previous Tampa Never Sleeps was 02-12-02. So this time it was like, it's nice. You know, it's nice to fight it another time, you know?
Absolutely. So let us know, what is the worst fighting game mechanic that's out there?
Okay, I got a few.
All right.
I've been limited to 3.
All right, limited to 3.
Number 3, it's that dumbass alpha counter in Street Fighter Alpha 3. It's the stupidest thing. I mean, like, literally it's because, like, alpha counter is broken in Alpha 2, I'll admit, and you build the whole meta off it. So what they decided to do is they decided to literally use a mechanic where you use it, and then not only does it use a meter, but it permanently eats away at, like, 30% of your guard gauge.
Right.
Why? I don't know. And the game is already, like CVS 2-style rushdown full of, like, optimal block strings that'll get you those guard breaks. But the fact that you just, like, favored offense over, it's Alpha 3 was a mistake, okay? That's one. The other one that I have is, hear me out here, DOA 6. Alright? Because DOA 5, last round, honestly, is like probably one of the most perfect 3D fighting games ever. And I'm like, listen to people in the competitive scene about it. Listen to people what they've said about DOA 5 last round. That game is a masterpiece. Like, they expanded the meta, made it amazing. They introduced it to DOA 6, and then you have this one button that literally functions as a focus attack, as drive impact, as an auto combo, and an assist button. That one button links to a super art. So you're literally playing rock, paper, scissors on top of DOA, and then just having a sledgehammer, just suddenly breaking into that, and then suddenly, and then suddenly you got that, okay? Yeah. Sorry about that. And then the other thing I gotta say is, one of the things that discouraged me from fighting games as a kid was how whatever the hell the combo system was for Eternal Champions for Sega Genesis, we loved the game, we loved the aesthetic. I felt it really could have been a good answer to Killer Instinct, but like, the game just doesn't make any sense. I really tried to pick it up and stream it, but like, there's just nothing to it, and it just feels like there's just this lost meta, that's just the lost media out there of people who can appreciate and understand Eternal Champions.
Right.
Because it's lit, man. The game is amazing. Have you seen the Sega CD version?
No, I have not.
Look up the fatalities. They're called overkills, and that's what I gotta say is the best fighting game mechanic. So get those overkills.
Gotcha. Next topic. Why does your character need a buff?
And you're trying to make me the most hated man on the internet.
Go for it. Go for it. Let us know, why does your main character need a buff?
Ooh.
Why?
Because I am tired of losing trades on low-medium kicks. I feel when I hit low-medium kick, I should be respected and loved like it is in Super Turbo. The fact that Chun-Li's low-medium kick does not function the way it does in Super Turbo or in Third Strike is an absolute travesty, and they need to fix that. They need to up her walk speed because of it and increase the size of her thighs, because if she's walking faster, you got to get like some more muscle in those motors, you know? So I'm saying, so that's why we need to buff Chun-Li's low medium kick.
Gotcha. And what is your FGC hot take?
My hot take about the FGC is I feel one missing element of the community is Sega. Like, I feel like this is one area of video games that I love, but there's just not enough Sega. And I mean, I kind of do want to blame Sega, even though Sega kind of feels that they made a perfect game with Virtua Fighter 5. I think Virtua Fighter 5 is a perfect game.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's solid.
Like, they improved on it and built on it, and every time they re-released it, we really appreciate it. It's solid, man. And it's just, for some reason, they haven't tapped into the American FGC, and it might be because they're making so much money making like waifu anime fighting games, like Dengeki Fighting Climax, which is a good game also, but it just hasn't fully connected with the FGC. I feel that Sega has a lot of intellectual properties and a lot of characters and things that really would do well in a fighting game right. Like, I feel we got characters, and they're bringing back Golden Axe, they're bringing back Streets of Rage, they're putting Yakuza money in the Crazy Taxi, that's what I heard. And it's like,
I feel that they really could, if they made just an effort to do something to appeal to the FGC, maybe either through sponsorships or whatever remake they want to make through Virtua Fighter. But what I want to see is, they rip off Nintendo, and they do a fantastic job of ripping off Nintendo. We know that. That's facts.
Yeah.
I'm a Sega fanatic, but, if you see some of, their Sega racing games or rip-offs of Mario Kart, some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering my hot take is, why hasn't Sega made a version of Smash? Nickelodeon has, Brawlhalla has, Warner Brothers has. But if you made a Smash game with just Sega characters, you wouldn't play that?
I would.
You wouldn't play if you had a Smash game that had Echo the Dolphin and Knights into Dreams and Knuckles and Streets of Rage characters? The dwarf from Golden Axe? Come on, man. The dwarf from Golden Axe? Everybody wants to rep the dwarf from Golden Axe. And you don't put these characters in the FGC. I'm just saying, man. Because, my two favorite companies in the world are Sega and Capcom. I get a rush beating Mortal Kombat players in Street Fighter because I get to defend Capcom, Or Tekken players. I'm yo, you going to bring that Namco stuff? You going to bring that MK stuff? They cater sometimes. They put some Guilty Gear and Mortal Kombat mechanics in Street Fighter. We welcome them with open arms, But I love gatekeeping for Capcom, man. I love saying, yo, Street Fighter is in my blood, man. Look, I prefer Streets of Rage over Final Fight. That's just where I'm at, because I think Streets of Rage is the greatest beat-em-up ever, also an underexplored genre that I think the FGC should explore as well. I think, if we had, co-op beat-em-ups or games that we competed in, Power Stone 2, also, that was Sega and Capcom. So I'm just saying, there's more ways to make the FGC fun besides just cloning or just creating stuff with just a new mechanic here and there or a new gimmick here and there. You can really, really mess around and have fun with this stuff,
Absolutely.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. And where can people find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on X at TeamKhris. Does anyone ever refer to it? Are they still saying Twitter?
We're still saying Twitter.
Oh, well, okay. You can find me on X over at TeamKhris Plays, and then over on Facebook at TeamKhris Plays, and then on Instagram at CR Bauman, and then on Twitch at TeamKhris. But yeah, the numbers are going up, so go watch it and play. I don't just do fighting game stuff. I'm also trying to do some cooking shows, maybe. If depends on how me and my mom are getting along, as well as some classic Sega stuff. Trying not to be too Sonic. Trying to hook up the Jenny's just back and gonna beat some Revenge of Shinobi next week.
Nice. All right, y'all. With that being said, this is Silverback Senpai signing off.
Gang, SoFlo.